All right. Good morning. Good morning. Let's go ahead and get right into today's information. Today, we're going to talk to you all about extra fees that are not covered by your down payment. Okay. A lot of people think that that everything's like all into the down payment. Okay. But that is not the case. Okay. So let's go ahead and get right into today's information. So, the very first thing on our list is going to be closing cost. Okay. So, fees associated with the finalization of the home purchase. Now, this is the last thing that you typically would pay for right before getting the keys to your home. Okay. Now, this is going to include lender fees, title insurance, attorney fees, and recording fees. You don't have to know each of these numbers by line item. However, when you get to closing, they will break down everything. Okay. So let's say, for example, um, you find a home you like, you go under contract, right? The contract gets accepted. At that point, the lender is going to give you what they call a good faith estimate. Essentially, they're estimating what you're going to have to bring to closing. In that estimate is going to be all of these fees. Okay, so that's the normal standard way. Okay. However, there are some things outside of your down payment because remember, the down payment is just more so the percentage of how much you got to give the lender. Okay. Then the second thing is going to be your closing costs. But a lot of these other fees and I'm about to go over, a lot of people don't know about, they forget about, or sometimes it's not explained properly. Okay. That's going to be your home inspection fees. Now, this is the cost of having a professional inspect the home for structural issues and necessary repairs. Okay. Now, it is recommended that you go with a home inspection. Some people try to skip this. I don't recommend skipping it because this is obviously an investment and there are things wrong with homes. I've seen new construction homes have issues. Okay. So keep that in mind. Next is going to be appraisal fees. Okay. Now, the appraisal fees are fees for assessing the home's value, which is required by the lender to ensure that the loan amount matches the property's worth. Okay. So, again, you got to make sure that the appraisal is being done to the property. And this is non refundable, by the way. So, home inspection, appraisal fees, and it's a part of it. So they have to make sure that the property is actually worth what you're trying to go under contract for. For example, if you all agree to a price of 250,000, but the appraisal comes back at 245, the bank is only going to approve the loan for 245 minus the down payment. So you would have to pay the additional $5,000 or the seller would have to, come down on the price. Now, if the seller does not want to come down on the price and you don't want to pay the difference, then the deal's going to get canceled. And I've seen that happen before as well. By the way, we now have our 90-day home buy-in challenge, guys. So you get a custom game plan based on your current credit score. That means we look at your credit report and put together an actual game plan based on where you are. You get 3 live Zoom calls, access to our advanced credit blueprint, access to our dispute letters, and the recording of our recently, if you guys missed it, our credit to home webinar. You get access to that as well too. That's an $1,100 value. You get access to that for just $97 that expires tonight. And after that, the price increases to $249. Scan the QR code to learn more. All right. Now, property taxes. Okay. Depending on the timing of the purchase, you may need to pay a portion of the property taxes up front. Don't worry, this is already rolled into your closing cost. Okay. It's going to be a tax proration. The seller's going to pay a proration, and then you're going to pay a proration on your end as well, already going to be included inside of your closing costs. Next is going to be your homeowner's insurance. Now, this is the cost of insuring the property against damage, loss, things of that sort. You got to have homeowners insurance. This is already going to be in a part of your closing costs. Now, when I say a part of, it's not really a part of your closing costs. It's due at closing. Okay. So it's one of the many items that's due at closing. And so we just kind of roll everything into closing costs. But this is one of the line items that you would essentially be paying for at closing. Now, insurance is something you choose. I always tell people to start off with who they currently have for insurance. Like you typically have a car already, so you have car insurance. You may have health insurance, whatever the case may be. But look to see whoever you're paying every month for insurance, see if they offer homeowners insurance. Okay. And so that way you can go ahead and kind of get that bundle and discount. Next is going to be moving expenses. Okay. So expenses related to moving your belongings to the new home, including obviously hiring movers, renting a truck, things of that sort. Again, these are things people don't consider when they are going into homeownership. All right. Next is going to be utility setup fees. Now, these costs are going to be associated with setting up or transferring utilities such as electricity, water, gas, and internet. Okay. A lot of people don't know about this stuff. Let me tell you something. Now, depending on where you buy your home, like here in Illinois, there are certain suburbs or certain villages in which you'll buy the home. They will not turn on the water if you do not show them the paperwork from closing. So let's say, for example, let's say, for example, your closing's on a Friday, okay, or Thursday, end of the week, okay. But let's just say a Friday that your closing is on. Your closing's late on a Friday, 3 p.m., 4 p.m., 5 p.m., okay. Now you're thinking you're going to move everything in Friday nights, okay? Move everything in, and of course, waking up in your new home on Saturday morning. Here's the problem: you need to confirm if the village or the city is going to require village paperwork in order to get that water turned on. I cannot tell you how many people I've seen move into a property the week on that weekend, a late closing from Friday, and they have no water the entire weekend because the village needs that paperwork. Most villages are closed on the weekend. Some villages close early on Friday. So again, these small details are going to play a major role when you're going into homeownership. And of course, the HOA fees. If the property is within a homeowners association, there may be a monthly or annual fee for maintenance and amenities. Okay. So keep this in mind as you're going through the process of going into home ownership, because sometimes you may think that you get instant access to your HOA perks and benefits, but they say, listen, we need to see that paperwork. They're closed on the weekends, they're closed at a certain time. So you're going to get a big, thick packet at closing. Okay. Just make sure you bring that stuff with you to the village. And these are questions that you want to ask your realtor or the seller on the other side. Ask them in advance before closing. That way, everybody's good to go. Okay. But it'd be small stuff like the key to the garage door is missing, the garage door opener is missing, just random stuff. Okay. Just make sure you're ahead of the game on that as well. All right. Now, if you guys haven't done so already, make sure you guys go ahead and like, share, and subscribe. Like I mentioned, guys, our 90-day home buying challenge is happening right now. Okay. Listen, if you missed the credit to home webinar, man, you missed a good one. We poured into everybody for about 2 hours long, answered everybody's questions. And listen, we got a lot of people enrolled into the 90-day home buying challenge. Again, there's an early bird price right now. That price will be going up at midnight. Okay. So scan that QR code to learn more. Click the link inside the description if you guys have any to learn more about it in general. Okay, guys. So outside of that, let me know your thoughts inside the comments. Let me know if you got any questions, comments, or concerns. Let that stay inside. And of course, thanks for watching as well too, guys. So be sure to like, share, and subscribe, and we'll see you guys on the next video. Make sure you guys jump on in to this 90-day home buying challenge. This is the last 90-day home buying challenge, okay, for the year. We will not do another one this year. We will not do another one until the beginning of next year. Okay. So make sure you guys